I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to War Hospital, episode 16. We have a major attack pending any moment now, and we've not fully caught up from the previous situations, those being previous attacks, tunnel collapse, and the Spanish influenza, as the attack is now happening. We definitely had it covered off, so no problem defending, but there's going to be casualties. And as a result, we're going to have our hands full with that casualty clearing station already being busy and active. The thing about it, though, is almost all of it, it's in the chemical ward. Surgery ward does have 2 new patients. We got one that's rested, so we'll get him on that. We could finish our rest. We're okay. But yeah, it's this chemical ward that's been just a nightmare. There's a lot of denied patients still, but this is almost all civilians. And we're going to change our focus here to make it all about civilians for the next while. And these two are not going to make it. Okay, casualties are starting to come in. I should already have medic teams. Yes, 6 medic teams. At the moment, we only have 5 wounded in the trenches. I know that number is going to climb. That number is most definitely going to climb. But for now, it's awfully low. Here comes another one in. It's looking pretty calm for now. I mean, is that it? Is it 9? The medic teams are going to have them taken care of quickly if that's all it is. This could be quite the turn of luck because we've had such a rough go here. Last episode, we lost 79 patients. And about 60 of those were civilians. That was the vast majority. But we've just taken huge losses lately and find ourselves back at a plus 71, which is already north of being the best it's been in a while. So the big thing to keep an eye on, there's 11 dead out there, but there's only 3 wounded in the trenches. They shouldn't be counting those against us, though there is 1. That's denied admission. With 6 medic teams, this could be actually quite easy. I mean, there's just 9 at the front, but it's saying that there's only 2 or 3, and that's because, they've already picked them up. There's our ambulance, which is immediately bringing some in. Wow, that's amazing. Looks like we're going to have this fight taken care of quite quickly, quite easily. Fatigue starting to set in. Let's slow things back down. We also have new patients that are here, so we'll take care of them. This one is going to be done resting any minute, so we'll finish rest and then get on with that surgery. Trauma ward is still patients. They have such long times on those, but we're getting through the few that are there, and we're getting somewhere with this. Well rested. I like that. That is not a civilian. Let's get the civilians. 3-hour surgery. Finish the rest first. And another 3-hour surgery. Oh my goodness. We're catching up. We did implement measures to limit the spread of the pandemic, like, wearing a mask. Shocking, I know. Close collapsing. Let's get you out of there. Let's get you in there. And there's only 1 left in the trenches, so let's bring the first one back to the casualty clearing station. And 3 guys resting here on our project, or all 4 resting on the project. Let's go ahead and swap them out. Rest these 4, put those 3 on the assignment. 1 denied admission, but otherwise, so far this episode, after how bad the last one is, +8 and -1. Overall, +7 is incredible. Longer rehab. We're definitely coming up on the end of the chapter. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. And having this attack be more of just a probing attack, the 11 deceased is going to be the bigger thing to deal with there. And most of those aren't counting against us. Decrease cost, everything? No. Take the doctor. Feeling better about things. Doctor fatigue is a big deal in trying to manage things. Okay, we got a truck arrival. Okay, we got a medic team that's leveled up. A lot of new bodies coming in. We're sending 1 point to the front. We'll send 5 to HQ and 3 for morale boost. We did lose one here during operation. Third episode of recording on the day, and I've only had 4 patients lost on the table. 1, 2, and now 1. And then a negative event here, but an increased cost. Not bad for a morale boost. We're up to 72% where it had dropped a lot. Okay, 6 new patients for general surgery. We have 1. He's almost done resting. We'll finish the rest. He's fine. Critical. Everybody else is good, so this is going to be pretty easy to manage. A lot of short surgeries, but tiring surgeries. We'll get the one that's not tiring. That'll give us 1 doctor who's ready for whatever the next wave is. Here, meanwhile, 0 civilians. Looks like we are not getting the civilians in anymore. We've finally gotten past that stage, which means in all likelihood we're going to be on cruise control, except we've got 2 more attacks coming in until we have the end of chapter coming here in a few days. A few nurses needing replacement. Let's go ahead and change our assignments. Awaiting burial 73. We know where all of these extra medic teams are going to be here shortly, but and the ADS is clear, so we can actually shift 4 medic units at the CCS, 1 at the ADS, just in case. Alright, finally taking advantage of that shift system with 12-hour shifts on and off. Meanwhile, the ADS is completely clear already. The front is clear, so we're down to just what we have here, which is already fewer than 10 patients, the lowest it has been in quite some time. And in terms of losses, that's pretty much dried up. We've lost 2. 1 was denied, 1 was on the table. Yeah, but we're actually saving patients. We've already saved 15 today. Let's get through our events here, and then we have, oh nice, decreased cost as well. Love it. And 2 upgrades. Others tire less. Well, we don't need that now that we have the shift system. Less resources is nice, but it works more efficiently. It'll work faster. We want to get rid of the apathetic. Is this the get rid of? Remove apathetic? I suppose that would be. Okay, well there's the big final fight in 3 days. The timing's right for it. And apparently we're already declared strong. It calculated what we have on the front, and we have enough, which means actually for the chapter we don't need to be sending power to the front anymore. I won't send 0, but we'll send very little. We can focus on those military contracts and getting that morale up, which it's up to 79%, but we've got 2 more attacks before the end of the chapter where that's going to be still a matter that we need to worry about and maintain. Extremely exhausted. Her shift is nearly done. Close to collapsing. Her shift is nearly done. We'll see if they can rest and recover. That's so good to see us actually making a difference. That had gotten so bad there for a little while. Nice. One of our physicians has leveled up now for a 2nd time. Works significantly better. That seems obvious, but the tire's slower and less complications. It's probably a good thing. We already have simplification bonus though. Let's get the ambitious one. Chemical specialization, construct chemical ward enhancement 2. It's complete. That was an achievement. We'll take the morale boost. 81%. We have room for another doctor, but we don't have the staff number for it. Let's find out what we need to hire personnel. It's going to be 4 points. We have 2, so we'll have to wait a while too. And actually we have 2 slots now. CCS down to just 8 patients. 1 in the surgery ward. They are stable. This one is well rested, so they can handle it. Down to 4 in the trauma ward that are being operated on, and the 3 that are waiting, and we're well rested now. Next attack's not that far away. I am pushing pretty quickly through time right now. Rehab center's got 15 patients. A lot of decisions to be made there. Like I said, we're not going to send much to the front at all. 2 points. 3, 6, 8, 11. We'll send a few for morale. 16 overall to HQ. I feel like it's not just a threshold, right? The more you have on the front, the stronger you have a presence, the fewer casualties you're going to take, period. I don't know if that's actually the case, but that last attack definitely did not hurt like the previous ones had. And here we go. Proper burial. Sir, we've just received a request from HQ. Several bodies have been found nearby, likely hit by an artillery strike. HQ asks us to provide them with burial. If we do so, they'll grant us staff permits. Hell yeah. Medic team unavailable for 12 hours. Gain 2 staff permits. 2 new patients. Surgery ward. Yikes and yikes. We have a well rested though. And a doctor who's now equal to the others finally. He's been so far behind them. And we'll give the rested one. He'll be done a little bit faster and won't tire him out quite as much. But that chemical ward upgrade is done before anything goes crazy. And we have that next attack. Let's figure out what we want those engineers doing. Full body bath decreases operation difficulty by 50%. Once you unlock that tier, you need the big bonus that comes after it. So I think that's the natural next choice. Only problem here is there's really only one working at a time. The others are just on rotation. So they're saving me the difficulty of micromanaging, but that's all they're doing for me. So that shift system is nice, but it's also not nice. You can manage it yourself. If you can manage it properly, you're getting a lot more out of your team, and we're going to need to on the attacks. So a couple of hours, we'll make the changes. Trauma supplies, are we near our limit? Is it 40? No, it's at 36 of 36. Dang, that's a rather small limit. And we should have had a second. Let's see if we have... Oh, really? Now there's a new event. There was no event, now there's an event. That's fine, we'll take care of it. The miraculous panacea. There are rumors amongst civilians about a new medicine that can heal any sickness. 3 positive events in 4 surgeries. That's what we're talking about. Morale boost, shorter. Okay, well rested. Let's get on with that surgery. We have 9 to 10 hours and they're still resting. And that's a 7-hour. It's 1 hour shorter. And it's only 6 once you get the things shortened. 1, 3, and 3. So, but tired. No, you know what? We're good. Set a rest. The other 2 will be fine. They'll still be rested. I had 26 saved and 2 lost. This is so much better than what we were encountering before, but it's time. That attack is coming, so let's take care of our rehab center here one more time. 1 void to the trenches is all I'm going to do. 3 more, 5 more, 3 more, 1 more. Morale's at 92%. I really don't even need to be sending, actually, I really don't need to be sending any of those, right? We don't need it right now. We might need it later, but we'll take 25 medical military contracts. Okay, whoa. Assignments. They're all supposed to be managed, and yet they're not. 12-hour shift, and they're this tired already. I don't think we need to wait that hour and a half, otherwise with the attack coming I'm gonna forget all about it. It's gonna be a lot longer than an hour and a half. With that done, yay! Let's move on. Here's that's the emergency measures. That's the next one. That's the ADS plus 2 medic slots. Well, that's kind of where we're constantly needing the most. Do we want to start that project? It's a big project, but it's been quite clear that this is where we have the biggest problem. looks like they're set to continue their rest and then start the project, which will take them just 4 hours once they begin, or they're about to go begin now. But we're getting everybody in place. It's nice having intel. It tells you what's going to happen. These numbers have grown. They have grown. Okay, well-rested doctor. Let's do the less exhausting one first, and then he'll get his rest after. Trauma ward. 2 more patients. Fairly tiring, fairly time-consuming. We already have a lot of extra here. I'll take care of that. And chemical ward finally clearing up. As soon as we upgrade it, right? Then it stops sending you. That's the same that it did with General. It was constant stream of patients. We upgraded, and then it stopped sending them. It's a negative event. We don't get many of these any longer. Increased cost. Increased cost. We're in the business of saving lives. And as much as I like saving the supplies, do what you gotta do.
They're dropping
gas. Gas, gas, gas. Get that Probest gun. The last attack did so little that they had to step it up, be more aggressive, and already we have 18. That's only 3 trips to the trenches, and you know we're making that next upgrade here as well. We might be able to get help. 4 dead already though, and now that number's growing. 26. I'm sure if we look in, we're gonna see more moving in. No. No? Could it be? No. That looks like that's about it. Back up to 98%. We have a nurse that has leveled up. She's an insomniac. And works slower. Exchange. Works much better at rehab center. But we want to speed up operations at operating wards. That's my biggest thing for the nurses. That nurse is not very good at her job. Rehab center. Before things get hectic. HQ, folks. All about the HQ right now. Okay, nothing new. So 24. With an upgrade coming here pretty quickly, that's going to give us room for 2 more medic teams. 24 wounded in the trenches. Do I even have 2 more medic teams to help get in there? I think I have something. We definitely don't need much of the CCS at the moment. We do have 2 ambulances waiting. So far, 1 has been brought in. A still not quite done resting doctor will begin a shift to start that. There it is. Upgrade done. Let's check those assignments. That's the last 2 slots. That is the last 2 slots, and we do have 3 guys waiting. We're going to get the exhausted one out of there, and we're going to put the other 3 all in there. Full team. Full team of medics. Can't get more than that. 8 teams of medics. These guys resting will step into the CCS fairly soon to help out there. We still have 90 awaiting burial. They are way behind, but that is much less a concern. Because it's not impacting morale that those bodies are waiting. So we're at 99%. We've managed to do that. We're also back to a plus 100. We were there a couple episodes ago, but then we had the disaster of a time trying to deal with the pandemic. That's now been dealt with, and we are back on track. just one surgery happening right now. We need help in the CCS, don't we? Yeah, we're not getting through any of these surgeries at the moment. We need to get a second. We need to get a second team here. There's, as much as I like having 8, they're still needing 5 hours and 48 minutes. Wasn't it already at that? Did they never get to the staff lodging? That's the second team. The second team got in here first. Finally, okay. Getting the surgery started. This still has to be moving. We can't just handle the front, right? Thank you. Now we're finally getting somewhere. We've got 3 ambulances just sitting here. Nice. Multiple positive events. I'll take them. Rumors of a cure. This is our scout assignment. Scout team traveled to the village where this rumored cure was used to heal the sick. The villagers seem malnourished. The fields have been left unattended for too long, and there was very little livestock. Village chief is irritated and resistant to answering any questions, only telling the scouts that his people were able to survive the sickness thanks to their resilience. He then asks them to leave as they have their own problems to deal with. Trade information with some food and alcohol. The offer is effective. The village chief is hesitant but agrees to share what he knows with them. According to him, the local pharmacist who visited the village a couple of days ago, he left some instructions on how to deal with the disease and provided them with medicine that drastically helped with the symptoms. He marks the location of where the pharmacist is supposed to live on the commander's map. Okay. First patients are beginning to arrive. Another lengthy and difficult surgery for the trauma ward. Exhausted. That's when the rest is going to be, but that's 6 patients. They'll get a lot done. These guys resting. Ooh. Okay. Looks like we can get more than one in at least. And I suppose we'll have to go with the quicker, easier one first and then send them out. But we are already getting patients from the front, something we never had previously. And we're already down to 11 wounded in the trenches with 13 wounded here. And we've had a total of 3 losses. That's it. Just 3 losses so far since the attack. We have a positive balance. Like, we're saving patients and we're not losing patients right now. This is new territory for us. Let's send 1 to the front. Back up to 50 contracts, by the way. And it looks like our engineer project is done. Let's check those camp improvements again. What else can we do? ADS, extra ambulance. Sounds great. 250 is the mark on saved patients now. 149 on the lost. And we've only lost 1 in quite a while here, where this is normally where we are starting to lose patients left and right. We're at the start of that though, so there's every opportunity to lose quite a few more. But we are very quickly getting them out of the trenches and here. And with the ambulances, we're getting them to the CCS so much faster than before. This is starting to look, there's 2 more lost, but like I said, this is that phase where we start losing them very quickly, but we're not losing very many of them this time around. And the CCS is actually the one that's having the harder time. Zimmer, medic team, tired. Tired nurses, tired staff. These guys are rested. Let's get them into the CCS. Down to 1 left in the trenches, but they're still, finally getting enough patients that we're needing a rest, recovery period, and having to kind of keep others at bay and wait and see. But there's only 4 in the surgery ward. There's only 4 in the trauma ward. There's only 5 awaiting or already getting surgeries, plus 2 more. It's still so much better than before, but we are definitely going through some of our resources for sure here at the moment. couple battles back, we went from 99% morale to it was like 12 to 15%. It's taken a dip again this time, and there was definitely a lot more casualties than certainly that last little battle that we had, but similar numbers to what we had in the previous ones. And yet we've only dropped to 90% morale, so we are handling things so much better. Not having all those civilians sick coming through, having that cleared up and taken care of is really helping. It's part of it, but we are overall, so we've got the ADS in a state that is really, really helping us out here. And okay, fine, new patients, more happening, but the ADS is clearing out to make that. And look, we got a serious guy. This guy would have died. The last time around, this guy would never have made it to us. We would not have been able to treat him. We would not have been able to save him. So this is good. This is good. We're making progress. Chemical ward's definitely getting a little busy. Staff points are at 4. Does that mean I have enough to hire? I do. Okay, we're going to get another physician in there. And positive events are just flying in at the moment. Back up to 95. 5th event in just a few seconds. Big stream of positive events. Okay. Wow, another nurse that came in. That new wave of nurses were bad. Medic. There's another medic team. It's like that whole new group. Impulsive. Yeah, CCS is suddenly up to 20. That's happened very quickly, and the reason for it is we cleared the trenches. Not only the trenches, but we've cleared the wounded out of the ADS. Time to change the assignments. Yeah, morale's already back up to 99%. And we still have roughly half a day till the next attack, so I think we're going to be under control well before camp improvements. Decrease rest time needed. They all need that. Let's do that. Parks Whitaker died during operation. Just our second one of the day. But in all, just 7 losses in this episode and 51 saved with a major battle. That's just incredible that we've had such a success rate after everything that we went through in the previous ones. I mean, we've really turned a corner here. And we do have our 3rd surgeon, so about time. About time. Well rested. It was so fast that we're already ready for the next one. Do we want to commit that supply? Yeah. Yes. So new patients are coming from other fronts faster than we can clear our own CCS, but everything is going well for the time being. The only thing is I'm starting to get a little concerned about supplies, but with 56 contracts, I think this is going to be an easy solution, is get something ordered. And we should probably do that now. We still have about half a day till this next attack and our next scout mission, just a few minutes away. We're also just a day away from the end of the chapter as well, so we're closing in on the end of that. Okay, the pharmacist's lab building was hidden from the main road by a small grove. After knocking on the door, the pharmacist emerged from inside, dressed in a lab coat and some sort of face protection made from cloth and makeshift goggles. He looked a little surprised to see the scouts, but did not appear to be nervous or irritated by their visit. When questioned about the rumored medicine, he clarified that his medicine is nothing special, probably the same as the ones used in their hospital. His could be slightly more potent, as he knew how to produce its most pure version. Definitely don't want to arrest him. That doesn't make any sense. Convince him to work for the hospital. We don't have enough resources. Oh, 2 staff contracts, and that would unlock a new depot for the pharmacist lab. Or coerce the pharmacist into working for the hospital. Well, that's our only option, so there you go. Puts his hand on his gun and then suggests that the pharmacist work for the hospital. The pharmacist's face becomes white and fear lurks in his eyes. He offers no resistance and he immediately agrees, but then begs the scouts to provide him with some helping hands as he was unable to make large batches of medicine on his own. Scout commander shrugs and tells him that it is not his problem to deal with. Well, I don't like the last part. Oops. We convinced him by force. I think there's better methods to do what we just did there, but, you know, it's okay. Okay. These guys are good. Let's go ahead and get some assistance. Oh, we still have 102 awaiting burial. Nurses, one's exhausted. We're doing pretty okay on that one. And the shift system's doing just fine here, these 4. Waiting their next one. We have plenty of contracts for that. Supply, though, dropping pretty quick because we've been doing some big, expensive ones here lately, and some quick turnaround ones. Last one, decreased rest time. We don't have what we need for that one. Warehouse enhancement. This would be a good one to get done before the end of the chapter, because you start the chapter with full supplies. So increasing capacity means we're going to have more to begin. Let's do it. How much do we shorten it by? Down to 24 hours. We don't have much more than that. They're going to obviously have to rest at some point in the middle of that, but I think that's a big boost for us. And one of our surgeons has leveled up. Practice makes perfect. Have a doctor with 3 positive traits is my latest achievement. We just burned through all of our supply on that big upgrade. Ouch on that part. Train 2 hours and counting, and we need to order other supplies before we run out of those. So let's take care of that, and then we will wrap this episode up. We already have 24 incoming food rations. 213 is great, and it's the chemical that's hurting. So 16, you betcha. Alright folks, well, the next attack is inbound not long from now.
Sir,
but,
may I inform you that I left a personal recommendation
VIP.
with
Okay.
one of the patients who was recently brought to the casualty clearing station.
They're bringing so many new patients to us in a hurry here. And another upgrade. Oh, we can get away with the flirty thing. Exit out or replace. Which one is this? Replace is curious. Others working with them perform better. Sure. Get rid of a negative trait. Replace it with a positive. And surgeries are finishing and things are just happening really fast here. I need to just wrap up the episode. Morale increase. Oh, we're down to 4 supplies there. I shouldn't have done that, knowing that we were on the limit. Oh my gosh, there's more. Let's wait. Alright folks, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.